everyone, welcome to the video. I am spending some time outside today. I apologize for the wind. It's probably going to sound really bad. Okay, so my husband and I have been sick with, we're very confident, the Omicron variant of COVID the past week. So we've been in quarantine for the past 5 days. And I'm telling you, it was a long 5 days. But we are out of quarantine now. Everybody went back to school. My husband's a teacher. So I decided to get out of the house today, spend some time outside, and I forgot to mention. I will mention in later clips. I'm gonna talk later about my goals for this new year, but my number one goal in life ever, that has unfortunately been put on the back burner for far too long, is seeking my relationship with God and being in His Word daily and in prayer. And I decided to get out of the house today and spend some time reading, spend some time praying, and just kind of getting out of the house, getting away from some chores and having a little outside time. I am, as you saw in the clips, waiting for my charcoal to heat up. About to cook my lunch, have a little outdoor time and some prayer time, and read some books that I will talk about here later. And that is really, that is my number one goal in life. This is another thing I'm going to implement into my getting my life in order, is to break up the monotony of constantly doing chores. I talked about this in a camping video a while back. I'll link it. That seems to be all I do, is chores and chores and chores and work and work and work, and I don't really do anything fun for myself. There are things I do for myself, like, yes, I take baths, and working out is good for me, and that's my self-care, and I love working out and doing martial arts. Yes, it is part of my job, but yes, it is something I absolutely love. But I don't really do anything fun. There's not an extracurricular activity that I go out and do with friends that's just fun. My husband and I are going to start doing more regular date nights because that's fun, and I need that. We all need that. But yes, let's take care of business too, and we're doing that also. So anyway, this is an implementation of me doing something fun because I love the outdoors. I am cooking, and I can see that excuse me. My charcoal is hot, so let's get cooking. It is time for lunch. My puppies are out here with me. They need this as much as I do. Both books that I'm working on, this one should be daily, but I'm a little bit behind because I just haven't really formed a good habit yet, to be honest. Both of them are by Joyce, Meyer. This one is called Strength for Each Day. It literally is a daily little read. It's very short. It starts with a verse, and then it just kind of has a couple of paragraphs, maybe a little longer here and there. of her thoughts, and then a very short prayer at the end, which I really like as well. I really like the structure of this whole thing. It's meant to just, be read once a day, and then you continue to think about it throughout the day. So I'm reading this one right now. I'm gonna catch up. I just finished the 13th. So I'm gonna try to catch up. Today's the 18th. So I'm enjoying my chicken and broccoli and reading Strength for Each Day. And the other book I am reading is called Powerful Thinking, also by Joyce Meyer. This one is broken down into sections. This one almost can be put into like a Bible study form, which is really cool. Each chapter or section, each section is actually titled Mindset, and it's reassurances of what you are capable of doing because you are in Christ. Mindset number 1, because I am in Christ, I can do everything I need to do in life. Because mindset number 2, because I am in Christ, I am unconditionally loved. Mindset number 3, because I am in Christ, I will not live in fear. So very much along those lines, very scripturally based, really good thoughts. I'm really enjoying this one too. So my time is up now. I've got to head back to the house. First, I've got to put my charcoal out, make sure that is saturated with water. But it is time to go pick up Gordon from school, and we'll come back to the house, and that'll be the day. To share with you guys a little bit how I know I talked about that quote from Jocko Willink, leaders have to take ownership of everything in their world, and what that means is they've got to take responsibility about their actions. And my actions have led to things just being chaotic in my world. Not knowing how my business is doing, not knowing how my own finances are doing in my marriage and my family, and things just in my house being a mess. And it is time to, like I talked about, get those stacks being broken down, get the rooms in my house just put together, get those things that I've shoved away, put in other rooms, say I'll deal with it later. It's time to deal with them. And I want to show you a few things that I am implementing, that I am going to implement, that I am going to stay on top of, because this is how it's going to work. But so I tried to do this last year, and I wanted to do it like the creative way. But I'm not a creative person. I'm not in an artistic way. I do like to create. I love making these videos, actually. But I gave myself a lot of rules, and when I got to making the planner, I wanted to do it myself, and I got all the stickers. Those stickers are expensive. And let me tell you, this notebook won't get you through a year. So I started mapping out daily, every day. Every page was a day. January 1st, January 2nd. And I would find myself skipping days. So I would waste all these pages. I was like, great. Now I'm just being wasteful, not writing in my journal. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to throw it away. I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore. Sorry. So, I am not putting those rules on myself this time. This is a freestyle journal. I am only going to use this for when the time calls for it. I did, however, start with major 2022 goals. Those include staying on budget and get debt under control, because I have spent our money like we have a lot of it, and we don't. I have some physical fitness goals that I wanted to do last year but didn't. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's focus. I want to get stronger, and I want to stay there. COVID knocked everything off of me. I also lost 25 pounds. And I know that was some muscle as well. So that is fine, and I am okay with that. However, being sick again this past week with, I'm very certain, the Omicron variant. Did I say that right? I am now renewed in my strength journey. Starting over from scratch. Again, no cardio, no strength. Let's do this. Second segment. I want to educate and grow in the martial arts. I want to educate myself. I am not at all where I want to be there. Yes, I am a black belt. I own a martial arts academy. I am an instructor there. That's legitimate. I have gone through the educational system in which I have earned that black belt, and I am qualified to teach you. That is absolutely correct. However, my journey is not over. I'm not satisfied where I am. I want to keep learning. So that is a goal of this year, is to grow and pursue an education, continued education of my martial arts journey. Implement new productivity plans. And that's what we're talking about right now. And I'm going to refocus this YouTube channel, which we are doing. I want to focus on trying to maybe encourage you guys to follow along, do what I'm doing, maybe just entertain you, see what it's like behind the scenes as a mom, as a martial arts instructor, as somebody trying to get their life under control. And it's not totally chaotic, but it's not where I want it to be. Here's a really quick sentence. Okay. This is going to be a freestyle journal. No rules, just check-ins, thoughts, brainstorming, updates, ideas, whatever I need to hash out. I've got lots of ideas bobbing around, and I need to get them out. Yes. And it's time to get the new plans implemented. Let's do this. So, what I also did, I went through, I'll put some pictures up right in this corner. I went around to different stores, Walmart, CVS, Big Lots, Dollar Tree, and online. Now I'm getting tons of ads in my feed. I looked at planners and all of the ideas they had. I just took snapshots, took pictures of ideas. Like, sometimes you'll find a gratitude journal, and I would love to implement that in this one. Like, there are days that maybe I'm having a rough day and I need to focus on gratitude, but I don't want an entire journal of gratitude. Maybe I do need to really map up my day because I've got a busy day and I need to block schedule it. And I want a really clean timeline. I want to be able to do that. I don't want every day 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. mapped out for me. So that's what I'm doing. I'll put some pictures up so you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry if that was quiet. Speaking of block schedules and weekly schedules and monthly plans, let me show you one more thing I have implemented up on my wall over here, and that's really going to be the end of kind of the calendar type thing, and then I'll get into my budget over here. So up on this dry erase board, I'm calling this the week outlook, or the weekly outlook, week outlook. These are things that don't change through my week. Taking Gordon to school, picking him up, going to church, dojo classes. These are things that really don't change or that I don't want to change. I would like to have these days kind of focused, and some of them I do. Mondays is going to be meal prep Mondays, so that through the week I don't have to think about it and I don't have to cook. Tuesdays I want to be my YouTube editing days and chore days. I don't have this written down yet, but this is what is in my head right now. Wednesdays are usually really busy. Not sure why. Just that it's school, dojo, and church. Thursdays, I want to upload. These are going to be my upload days. I want to do one video a week. It's all going to be day in the life, weekly videos, tips and tricks, behind the scenes, what's going on with the business, how my implementing productivity is going, and then dojo work days. Saturdays, we do alternating open training days at the dojo. We do private lessons, family vacations, fun days. I've got to start doing more fun stuff so that all of this was worth it. And the last thing I want to show you is how I'm keeping up with expenses. All I did was create a sheet on Google Drive. That way I can check it on my phone if we're out and I want to see where we are on our spending and, we need to make a decision about something. So I will show it to you right now. The categories of spending are pretty broad, just so I can really briefly see where everything is going. So I'll show you my layout here and show you what I did. So I do have it set up over here on the left side, our average expenses that come from bills, things that don't really change at all, our cell phone, our streaming. In fact, I can take Hulu off because we have gotten rid of several things, and I can take ESPN off. Insurance, internet, this is the rent I pay on the house that we live in. This is our income and money that we're going to put into savings, so calculate all of that into our disposable income. So in these columns, I literally do go and look at all of our credit card statements and keep up with exactly what we spend through our credit cards and through our checking accounts. And these are the categories that I put them into. Really just straightforward. This one is a huge one for us. I'm still paying for my hospital bills for my COVID stay last year. Sometimes I'll add categories along the way, especially if we're dealing with something specific. And that's just kind of how I'll keep track of everything. So these are just a few things right now that I've started this week. It is the 17th, by the way. It's January 17th. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. For now, starting off slow, doing a few things. Don't want to overwhelm myself because that seems to be where I just get trapped and shut down. starting off slow, a few steps, not setting too many rules, but it's time to take ownership. I've got several other projects that I want to get going on, but we will talk about those in another video down the line. And let's go get to doing something else, I guess.